That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. It feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Hunt. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now it's Herbert. Short throw to Disley, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Herbert back to the air. He's got his target. That's complete. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Darius Davis, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. They've got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They'll run here with Pacheco. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A good red zone run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Pretty good effort there on first down. You know he wanted to get in that end zone.
Oh, he showed it by that dive trying to reach for the pylon, and now he's going to come back on second down. Don't tap out. Don't take yourself out of the game. Go back to the huddle and say, give it to...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Samaje Perine. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Chiefs have retaken a third-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just there, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. On the option right, Herbert. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. On second and 12, Herbert. Open man right side, that's McConkey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So it's third and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 32 yards.